A man is in the Duval County Jail tonight accused of robbing a man at gunpoint outside a game room in Jacksonville. We told you about the arrest of Sean Evans tonight on Action News Jax at 6. Happened at the Best Bet on Monument Road earlier this month. Action News Jax Annette Gutierrez is live there now. And Annette, you spoke with some folks who say this is unusual.
And John, I spoke to a few people off camera who tell me they go to this Best Bet often, but they said they have never been in fear of their safety. But after I told them about this incident, they said they're going to think twice before walking out of that building with their pockets full of cash.
I mean, I don't like that at all. I heard about it. It's definitely a little scary, so I guess just be careful.
Nick Malone says he plays at this Best Bet a lot, but says he feels safe.
I do. They have security that'll walk you to your car if you need it.
Over the past 3 years, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has received nearly 300 calls for service at 201 Monument Road, where Best Bet is located. 42 of those calls were disputes. 13 of them were burglaries, 7 were assaults, and 3 were robberies, with 1 robbery each year. JSO's arrest report says on February 17th, police were called to an armed robbery at this Best Bet. The report says the victim had just won about $20,000, and when he walked outside towards his car, a man, quote, held a gun to his head and took $7,000 in cash out of his right jacket pocket. The report says a witness ran over to help and found the suspect's phone on the ground. Police later arrested 21-year-old Sean Evans in connection with this robbery. The report says Evans' Ribault High School football picture was on the phone's home screen. I reached out to the Florida Gaming Control Commission, which regulates casinos and gaming facilities, to ask if the state has any protocols for safety. A spokesperson said individual facilities handle their own security. Action News Jax law and safety expert Dale Carson said Evans is charged with a felony and could face life in prison, but other factors may come into play.
But in a circumstance like this, where you're 21 years old, you're subject to what's known as the Youthful Offender Act, which allows a reduction in standard sentencing for an adult.
Now, I reached out to Best Bet for a comment, and the spokesperson sent a statement saying they are aware of the situation and they are cooperating with law enforcement. But since this is an ongoing investigation, they cannot comment any further at this time. John?
All right, Annette. Well, so, of course, winning big would be great, but it can be scary if you have to walk out with all the cash. One of the players you talked with said that they do have and do use security escorts.
Right, John. I spoke with a player and a security guard who has been monitoring and going around this parking lot, and they said you can always ask for someone to walk you to your car, whether you win it all or you lose it all. It doesn't matter. You can always ask someone to walk you to your car. For local coverage you can count on, reporting live in Regency, Annette Gutierrez, Action News Jax.